This is the Swarm Unplugged podcast, where we introduce you to the best and the brightest in the crypto universe. With thousands of ideas to learn from people in all areas of crypto, we want to explore as many as possible. I'm Christopher Knight, so let's get started.
Well, hello, and welcome to another edition of the Swarm Unplugged. Today we've got a little bit of a switch up here. I've got a challenge to Mr. Tony K, who I've restricted from talking today, and put him in the control center to see how well he does and to see how easy or difficult to be a technical director on the Swarm Unplugged. So with that being said, today we are going to, as promised, continue with the NFT Connect pitch night. Today is part 2. A few weeks ago we did part 1, and I committed and promised to completing part 2 and 3. So let's get started, and we've got probably about 28 minutes of part 2 of pitch night from Austin, Texas at NFT Connect. So let's see how good Tony is with the controls. Let's get started here. All right, Tony, let's rock and roll this.
So the next stage is it going to be Mika and Ray? Micah? Is Ray here too? Okay. I got it for YouTube. And we're going to be doing cash flow NFT. Anytime I hear cash flow, the word cash and flow and NFT, I'm in love with it 3 times. It's like a trifecta. Cash flow NFT. I'm in.
Yeah, I actually made up that name. So, I love your share. It's also a little bit so, this industry has changed my life completely in the last 2 years. I ended up at my mom's house 2 years ago before COVID, and I sat there in my room and I looked at the walls and I said, well, I can't think my way out of this one. So I said, God, you're going to have to do it. And I think that was the first time that I just admitted that I'm not in full control of things that happen. And after that, there was a succession of things that just happened. I became a millionaire. I ended up in an island in the Mediterranean, and I got off the flight, and I just thought to myself, I said, I bought a place here, but I think I'm here for a bigger reason. And a couple of months after that, I walked into a room, and I got pitched on a platform that blew my mind. And it's basically a man that lives there. And he's a genius. It took me 3 or 4 months to figure that out because he's very humble, he's fun, and you just don't think that when you meet him. But I figured out that he is absolutely incredible, and he's built over the last 5.5 years. He's built the infrastructure of a company, the technology of that, to be able to put crypto stores all over the world. And I believe this company is going to be a part of mass adoption. Why don't we have an opportunity to purchase things in stores with crypto? Does anyone figure that out? No, I mean, it's simple. The technology hasn't been there. To go in and actually buy a jacket with crypto, the store has to have the capacity or the ability to accept that crypto in a convenient way. They need a machine to do it, and the machine hasn't been there. And he built the machine, and he says that it would take 5 beers and about 10 hours to explain how hard that was. And the machine converts crypto into any kind of fiat anywhere in the world. He built that He comes from a finance background, and we're going to put a store in every city all over the world. And it's going to be a store that's going to help people get onboarded, do their KYC, have social meetings, to really bring the masses into this, because all of us here, we're a special kind of person that we're in this industry this early. That's what it is. The rest are not like us. So our company will help to do that with just a simple face-to-face interaction with the customers. And I built a company, called Cashflow NFT, which basically allows all of us to be part of that in a real way. So with Cashflow NFT, I feel we're going to create more millionaires than any other company in the whole world. So it's a very exciting project, and I hope you guys talk to me and find out what we're doing. Thanks.
Like I said, 3 words: cash flow NFT. Very exciting. So now we have Corey with Vestroverse, and anything with the Vestroverse, Metaverse, extremely excited about. I need to be in that world, just so you know. Welcome.
Thank you. So, like I said, my name's Corey, and I'm with Vestroverse, and I'm a visual guy, so I brought a video. And so while this is going on, how many of you have not heard of a metaverse? Okay, good. How many of you know there's 2 different types of metaverses? First type of metaverse is like your Decentraland, your sandbox, and like us. It's an open world. Your other ones are the people with a mindset like Web 2 who think they need to have their own metaverse. Well, Vestroverse actually means your metaverse. Vestra means yours in Latin. So what we are creating is an open world built on Unreal Engine 5, the latest and greatest in gaming engine technology. It is an open world where projects and users can come into our world, run their business, play their games. The whole system is a game. We are building an open world game where users will get the experience of being in a game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the entire time they are there. Whether they're just in the metaverse or they're actually in your project playing a game. Now, adoption is something that everybody's been talking about. And we know it's a huge piece for the metaverse. So how do we gain adoption? Well, we're working on a exchange system that actually will allow users to come in and purchase NFTs, accessories, assets from us or your project using fiat. They don't have to have crypto. They don't need crypto at all. They can earn crypto while they're in there. They can earn NFT assets while they're in there. But they're going to have the ability to slowly dip their toe into the world. Dispel all the bad media. Learn for themselves how crypto can be the next gateway to their financial freedom. And do it all while playing a game. So why are we here? To be honest with you, building something of this magnitude is extremely expensive. So we're looking for investors. We're looking for money backers to come in, get involved in the latest and greatest, and let decentralization destroy Meta. Let it destroy Facebook. Because that's what this whole Web3 movement is about. If we let them continue to take control and continue to grow their user bases, they will set the standard, and the rest of us will perish. So, come get your piece of the metaverse.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I want to introduce next KLU. KLU stands for Keep Lifting Others Up. You know, you had me at Keep Lifting People. I appreciate that very much.
Thank y'all, thank y'all. We finna see what a college course in public speaking looks like. My name is Kay Lou. I'm a creative entrepreneur. That's just a summing of all the things that I do. I do music, I dance, I'm a fashion designer, I'm also a digital artist. I'm in this Web3 thing, trying to do it for the culture, you know what I'm saying? So I'm also an owner of Lunar Tribe, and what that stands for, like the moon, even though it's far away, it's still got an impact on the earth, right? You know, with the waves and the energy, with the full moon, how people act weird and stuff like that, right? So the impact I'm trying to bring is with my character, Kalu. We stands for keep lifting others up, or keep loving others unconditionally. And that's what I stand for, and that's what my character stands for, and that's what my project stands for, and any and everything that I do. You feel me? And I'm just trying to integrate that into this Web3 space. The reason that I'm here is basically, to put on what I got going on already in this space and just keep y'all aware. We got things coming up for NFT NYC that merged with a lot of great collectives within the space. Just basically, trying to break that marginalization that we always get, test with in this world, not only in these spaces, but also in real life. We oftentimes get told not to be, invited to these events. So we decided to create our own conference in New York. We made our own little conference just for our people to come and express themselves. And it learns a lot on our mentals as well. So we got mental wellness. We're gonna have meditators out there. We're gonna have people come out there do yoga. We're gonna have drinks to help you get your mind right. We're gonna have creative space. We're gonna have free space for people to come and do their photos, come and dance, come and record. We got recording studios, we got podcasts, everything like that. These are all essential things that are needed in these conferences because we got a bunch of artists in here. And there's a lot of people with big money and stuff like that too. But talk about it, let's talk about it. There's a lot of broke artists in this as well. You know what I'm saying? And that wears a lot on the people's mentals. So we're trying to, break that barrier and let it be known that we can still exist in this space. Regardless of whoever's trying to gatekeep and all that, we're still here. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna stick here. And let that be known all the way through. So, real quick, I got like 45 seconds. I'm gonna tell y'all one reason what got me into this space. I got hit by a car last September, and I got cited a ticket. And the reason I got cited a ticket is because the person that hit me works for the police department. But I wrote a quick poem for it. I want to read it real quick. I'll try to do it. It's 25 seconds, okay? All right. For those that don't know, my name is Kay Lou. I usually come with a flow, sing and a dance move, but this time around, I'm gonna come with something new. Yeah, this time I'm gonna get a little personal. September 17th is a day for me. I was heading to work, my regular routine. Let me skate down this hill so I can catch this train. Mind my business with my flashlights and my Beats by Dre. I see this car bust a right with these bright ass lights. This motherfucker blinded me, so I'm known in their sight. I keep going down the hill, and what's to my surprise? I guess they don't see me because all I see is headlights. Boom, over the hood, skirt, there's a hole. Shit, let me protect my face because that's where my money comes from. This fool rolled down her window and say, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "You just hit me with your car. What the fuck do you think?" She pulls over, get out of her car, and stands next to it, hand over her mouth, just staring and shit. I'm like, "What the fuck, man? You gonna do something about this?" Well, one Karen was staring confused and acting embarrassed. The other Karen was useful and called the paramedics. Seeing sparks everywhere, but I'm trying to stay aware. Because more than ever, this moment, I was living in fear. The nice Karen was saying, "The ambulance is coming, they're almost here." In my head, I'm like, fuck, who can afford that shit? Red, white, and blue lights arrived on site. Try not to move too much or do too much because I'm nervous, I'm hurt. I'm scared. One slight move might ruin my life. Like a broken leg or a pinched nerve. Like me paralyzed. I don't know. Just the thoughts that was going through my mind. First, the firefighters pull up, then 12 come through. The ambulance is now on scene, getting brief on what's going on. Getting asked the same questions, and I want to answer no more. While back in the ambulance, I'm like, who the fuck was that woman? My heart starts beat faster. Boom, 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 and faster. Boom, 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 and faster. Boom, 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 and faster. Because I'm the only black person surrounded by all these badges. Trying to relax with all this fear, trying to breathe with no air. Trying to hold it together without my eyelids can't bear it. Shit, there goes one tear, damn, the other one is near. They said my folks is out of town. I'm like, I don't care, I need somebody here. Now I'm in the ER and they give me documents to sign. I'm like, my hand is all fucked up. They're like, we don't care, put your blood on my mind. No signal in the wrong, so I'm alone with these thoughts. Damn, an x-ray, how much does that cost? I pray it's nothing serious. I need to see these results. Because if it is something serious, I pray it's easy to solve. The doctor come in saying, no, I can go home, but then the officers come in and cite me for jaywalking. The fuck? I never heard of that shit. How do you get hit by a car and get hit with a ticket? And she don't get nothing. It went from good, bad to ugly. Because the white lady that hit me works for the police department. It becomes clear to see that September 17th is the date for me. Because that's the first time I experienced a different police brutality. The type of brutality that wants to silence my screams, the type of brutality that leaves you hopeless in need, the type of brutality that inserts authority, the type of brutality that leaves you and leaves me burned when I say, I refuse to be a victim due to my race, against the government, county, city, and state. And for you to believe that I don't have the resources and community in place, I'll fight for my life while fighting this case. For those that don't know, my name is K-Lou. I usually come with a flow and I sing in a dance mood, but this time around I had to come with something new. But this time around, I had to get a little bit more personal. So I'm gonna let that be what it is. Let it be known that that's also something that I'm fighting for. We're fighting for that justice reform. We're fighting for our people. We're fighting for that culture. And if you're really about the culture, like a lot of people say, then actually support the culture. You feel what I'm saying? Don't try to extort us. Don't try to just exploit us. That's not what this not happening over here. I'm gonna let that be known. It's a lot of us that recognize it. So that's my pin talk. My business hours is from 9 to 5. And it's a fiction public.
I got a new microphone, and I can't follow that, so I'm not. That was amazing. I have nothing else to say but amazing. So I felt that. That's probably one of the best poems that I've ever heard in my entire life. And I felt your experience, and I felt like I was on the side of the road with you. So thank you for that. Dan Kalinescu, how do you pronounce that name? Kalinescu? Kalinescu. Dan Kalinescu. So hold on, I want to say, because I always want to say, he's from WeGo, because it's all about we. It's not about you, it's about us and we. There you go, Dan.
Come on, man. So I wasn't ready to talk about NFTs today. I got ready to talk about movies. So I'm going to talk about some movies I like. But seriously, one of the things I love about the United States or America is Rocky. I grew up in a different part of the world. My first 10 years of my life were in communist Romania. So I remember watching Rocky. Watch Rocky 1. There's no other Rocky 1. And I'm like, this idea of a little guy story. The guy didn't even win at the end. And he's still the hero of the story. So you have no idea what impact that movie can have on little kids from all kinds of parts of the world. There's no freedom, there's no real equality and things like that. So I want to talk about that because I think that idea of a little guy story coupled with Web3 technology can really, really, really impact the whole world. Not just Austin or Phoenix, but the whole world. There's a lot of people in the world that have no idea what Web3 technology can do for them. So WeGo, I think one of the things that I love about WeGo is that I think it's going to be the Rocky story for NFTs. And here's what I mean by that. So there's a lot of NFT projects, but I think there's probably like 90% Rockies and like 1 or 10% Apollos, right? Like you got the big bored apes and you got the goblins now and everything. Most of the NFTs, Homo, probably not worth anything. What if we could bring the Rocky story to those NFTs? What if we could go to those communities and say, you know what? Here's a way for you to win at something. Here's a way for you to get some value out of those NFTs. This is what WeGo is all about. And here's how we want to do it. So at least the game part of WeGo, the WeGo battle, is what I like to call a hyper social casual game. Hyper because here's what we do. We want to turn NFT communities into competitive teams, right? So if you're part of a community, you don't know everyone who owns that social D or that ape or that, you don't really, I mean, you know some of them. So you have a sub-community within that community. But what if we could all join a game and you become a team? So what WeGo gives you is this idea of signing up, creating a player profile, and being part of a team. So the social bees become a team, the goblins become a team, the little flowers or whatever no one buys, they become a team. And what we do is we actually create a trading card game where your NFT actually becomes a trading card. They can sell, you can play with, you can earn rewards, you can earn tokens, you can earn experience points, and you can bring your whole team to build a card deck and play player against player. So we're literally creating a hyper social casual game that brings the little guy story to the NFT world by turning your NFTs into actual playable cards. Just of it. But we already got about 300 games played, a couple dozen players testing it out, and I think sometime this week we're gonna start a closed beta. So I'd love a bunch of you who are gamers or even casual gamers to test it out. Talk to me afterwards.
I love We Go. I love We Go. Because I love the just concept, we go. All of us go. Let's have a great time. The next up is Jay. He's going to be talking about the Bees collab, the Bee collab. I met Jay in a space. He has bees, and I'm a social bee. So we had something in common. And then he talked about honey. I love honey. And that's where it starts. So, Jay, you have the floor.
I apologize. If I just free flow, I will not shut up. So I have to read my pitch. Like literally. So we're here to save the bees with NFTs by building the Bee Collab Sanctuary live on stream. That way you'll stay up to date with the development with us. And we can edit the footage to create a docuseries of how we save the bees with NFTs. We actually want to put that on Netflix is the goal. So all holders will gain membership to the Bee Collab Sanctuary Nonprofit Social Club, which would be a 501c7. Each NFT acts as a bingo card, and you'll have a chance to win $1,000 while we play NFT bingo. And we're going to be playing many, many times, about 100 times probably. If you hold 5 or more bee NFTs, you'll actually adopt a beehive on our property, the Autistic Adventures Farm, and own the rights to all of the honey that's produced. Plus, if you look at my pinned post on Twitter, Twee Family, you'll be able to decorate your beehive any way you want to promote your project or your business on our farm. Our beekeepers will use a mobile app while inspecting each beehive, and that'll keep you up to date with the health of the beehive and how much honey is being produced. You'll have the option to have us sell the honey for you, and we'll split royalties 50-50, or we can ship it to you. You pay for the shipping, of course, but the honey is yours. The reason bees need saving more now than ever is because the pesticides we spray on our crops, which we will not be doing, and the air pollution, the diseases, and the fact that there's just little to no money in beekeeping these days. Like most things, the bees can't survive because of us, and now they won't survive without us. So part of our operation is going to be spreading the awareness of how important they are and to teach others how to manage their own hive in their own backyard. So I'm Jay, an autistic adventurer. I'm also a former Marine, a spiritual nut job, and a blockchain developer that has launched over 50 projects for clients. And I'm tired of seeing everybody else make millions of dollars. It's my turn to launch a project. So if you invest in our community, I promise you'll have a buzzing good time and your hive will always be full of honey.
I love bees. I love honey. Thank you very much. Before I introduce the next person, I want to let you know this has been amazing so far, hasn't it? I know this. I'm going to get some more ink in my wallet because I'm going to go broke because I'm going to have to actually invest in every single person who spoke so far and continue. So, holy mackerel. Yeah, I'm FOMOing. I am FOMO head, and I just FOMOed into everything so far, and I already FOMOed already there, so I'm already in those projects, so I'm in trouble. I've known Terry Holland for a while. He's a bee, and he goes into some spaces, we talk, he DMs me, I answer within 24 hours, because sometimes I forget about it for a second, and he forgives me. So Terry Holland has the stage. I'm a big fan. Come on up, Terry.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? First and foremost, I am a bee, and I'm grateful to be a bee. But the fact that there's knowledge in being a bee, and I took that knowledge with others, and we created something. And we created something to move us forward to Web3. I like to think to myself, am I going to wake up one day and just land in Web3? Maybe there's a transition to get there, right? And so I'm going to share with you just information on what I'm involved with. And if any of you would like to partake, you're more than welcome. I'm here representing a company called Capital Catalyst. They're offering a credit card, the Inside Edge Club. And what this card does is it gives you 10% cash back instantly on any and every purchase using this card. This card is a universal card that can connect different ways of payment, whether it be Visa, MasterCard, checking account, savings account, crypto wallet, whatever you want to connect to it, 10% off instantly. You'll still maintain your, let's say your Visa card has some kind of 2 to 3%, some kind of special, you'll still get that, plus 10% instant cashback. But what I really want to get into is the sub part of it, okay? So there's the card. We have an NFT collection called the IC Wolves. The Wolves are pre-minting on July 13th. They're going for about $450. The utility of having that NFT, because we really believe that utility is important. I learned that from the bees. And the utility that comes with that is you get quarterly royalties for life owning the NFT. And there's tiers. There's bronze, silver, gold, VIP, and executive. Those various tiers are different percentages of the 10% earnings of the 100% that you get back, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just sharing the information. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna give an example of what 35 seconds can do in your life. Yeah. Let's say you all have big families, for example, right? And man, I wish we could afford to have a family reunion. You can actually have it set up to where you have an account over here, and all of your family members are doing their regular buying diapers, if you have kids, groceries, food, paying your bills using your card, getting your 10%, and putting it over here. At the end of the year, you have a free family reunion. And last but not least, a really quick one in 2 seconds. Let's say I want to buy a car, right? What's the interest? 6%. I make my payments with my card. I'm saving that taxes on it. Just saying, there's so many scenarios. So again, thank you. Yep.
I just talked to I was just running Twitter Spaces this week, and I was talking to a few people that I know, and we're talking about use a debit card. Use a debit card when you make a purchase. Oh yeah, I use my debit card, and I told that person very nicely. Seriously, use debit cards? You don't use a reward card? Are you kidding me? So I'm going to drop a nugget for all of you. If you use a debit card, you need to smarten up and listen to FOMO myth. You do not use your own money for anything. You always get rewards. That's why I'm here. I use my Platinum Delta Rewards card. I do rewards all day. I'll even go out to dinner with 15 people. I'll use my rewards card and let everybody give me cash. Because that's the kind of person I am. I'll pay for this whole room on my card. And whoever's renting it, just give me the cash later. I'm going right there with the cash. So I just want to let you know, that's rewards. You get paid for your money. You do not use a debit card ever. It's always rewards. Always get paid rewards. So I'm just letting everybody know. Rewards card, no more debit card. Even FOMO Head doesn't have a debit card. The bank I just moved to, they said, hey, you want a debit card? I go, no. Rewards card. Get your rewards card out there. Get rewards. Think of that card. Get some rewards. And if you heard that from the ray of light, yeah, I consulted. He no longer uses his debit card. Get it away from him.
Wow. That to me was a super, super exciting evening. We do have one more episode that we'll put together and we'll live stream within the next couple weeks. So we have the full part 1, part 2, and part 3. Tony, you did a fantastic job in the command center. And I know you asked me during the broadcast, can you come live and talk? The answer is no. You are the technical director for today's episode and will remain in the green room. That being said, I want to thank you all for watching this episode. Till next week, the Swarm Unplugged. Be healthy, be happy, and be safe. Always put a hand up and not a hand out.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Swarm Unplugged podcast. Be sure to hit the follow button and leave us a glowing comment. Gravitate yourself to be on the podcast so you are the next one to introduce themselves to the Bee social community. See you on the next episode.